Oh, hey, what's up, everyone? Today I'm going to preview Carlton's 2020 AFL season, what lies ahead for round one, um, as to whether the season will go ahead due to this coronavirus outbreak. But I'm not going to really comment in regards to that. Um, I'm just going to talk about their 2020 prospects and as to what I think they'll do in 2020. This is providing the season goes ahead as planned. But yeah, I'm just going to talk about the who has left, the delistings and the retirements, and who has arrived. Just the players that they traded in or got signed as a rookie. So yeah, yeah, I'm just going to quickly say that I am a bit disappointed that I won't be allowed to attend games due to this coronavirus. Yeah, I paid $440 for a membership, cheer squad membership. But yes, I'm disappointed, but at the same time, I don't want to freaking get something that could potentially cause a lot of damage to my health. So yes, okay. I'll just start off by who has left Carlton in 2020. So Tom Bugg obviously retired. He retired early. Didn't even play a game last year. Jared Pickett retired. Dale Thomas retired. Jared Garlett delisted. Matthew Lobe delisted. Paddy Kerr delisted. Angus Schumacher delisted. Kim LeBroyce delisted. Andrew Phillips got traded to Essendon. Josh DeLuca delisted. Who has arrived? Eddie Betts, from obviously Mark Pittonet from Hawthorn. Yeah, that's the ruckman they got from Hawthorn. Jack Nunes from St Kilda, and Callum Moore from Richmond, who's they just signed as a rookie. I'll just quickly comment on the players that are left in 2020, and what my opinion on it is. I agree with most of those delistings, but there is a couple I don't really agree with, and I'll quickly touch base on that. Dale Thomas was someone who I thought, if you look at his statistics and just purely statistics and facts, and and yeah, his form warranted another contract, which I was very surprised that they didn't offer him another contract. Their reasoning behind it was it would hinder the development of players like Tom Williamson and all that, and which I thought, in my opinion, was a load of BS, because Dale Thomas won't hinder no one's development. If those guys like Tom Williamson are good enough to play senior football and push Dale Thomas out of his spot, then so be it. But I still think that Carlton need players like that within the club, and I still think he was putting his form warranted another contract. So I was disappointed with that, and yeah, I don't see how that was a good thing. Also, Josh DeLuca as well. Yeah, the club obviously promised him that they would keep him on for next season. They signed him as a small forward, obviously. And yeah, he played. I think he played the remaining 6 games of the season, and they delisted him. And he had to shift his family and everything to Melbourne and stuff. And the club said, "Oh, you weren't in our plans for the future." And um, I don't see the point of signing someone just for 6 games and and that's it. Like, that's not really fair on the player, and it's not. I don't see that as a logical thing to do. If they knew that they'll, after a small forward and they didn't see him as the answer, then they shouldn't have recruited him in the first place. But anyhow, the AFL is a brutal industry, and one little deficiency and you get delisted. But no, I didn't really agree with that. Anyway, who has arrived? So Eddie Betts has arrived, obviously. what I think of Eddie Betts, yeah, look, he's already come down with a calf strain. Look, I can't see it doing any harm that Eddie Betts being around the club for the next 1 or 2 seasons, but it's not going to cost them much, obviously. So in that regard, it's not a negative thing, but I still think his best football's behind him, and I still think that Eddie Betts will he'll still put out, but I can't. I really think his defensive side slowed down a lot, and I really think that yeah, his best football's behind him. However, he's still good enough, and he's still in their best 22. So yeah, that's not going to cost them much. I don't know much about the guy from Hawthorn, the ruckman, Mark Pitonnet, or whatever his name is. I think he was sort of, on the fringes at Hawthorn. So let's see if he can push to get a senior ruck opportunity alongside Matthew Cruiser. Jack Nunes, I do know a little bit about Jack Nunes. Yeah, I think St Kilda were pretty eager on keeping him. They offered him a 2-year contract, but he he decided not to sign it and seek a fresh opportunity at Carlton, which, yeah, his statistics and things are quite good, and he gets a high amount of possessions, and how much actual damage he does with the possessions is another thing. But look, Carlton's midfield needs some players that know how to win the football, so that is not a bad thing at all. I see him playing every senior game, providing he's fit and healthy. So yeah, no, that was a good pickup, and yeah, I see him in Carlton's best 22. Callum Moore from Richmond. I see him pushing for a senior opportunity as well. I think he played in Richmond's VFL Grand Final last year, so yeah, he's a player that was really a bit stiff not to be getting a game, but with Jack Rewalt and Tom Lynch down the forward line, it's a bit hard to stake your to get into that forward line. So yeah, I see him pushing for a senior opportunity, especially with Charlie Curnow and Harry McKay not fit and healthy. I do see him in Carlton's best 22. In regards to what I think they'll do in 2020, it's a bit of the unknown with Carlton. It's players like Will Setterfield and players like Paddy Dow, Lockie O'Brien, Harry McKay, Charlie Curnow, Wiedering, all these guys. Will they take the next step? Matthew Kennedy, Darcy Lang, because they really need to, especially players like Matthew Kennedy and Darcy Lang, they really need to take the pressure off Cripps in the midfield, which is a department of the ground they really just they struggle with, is centre clearances and midfield, in the middle of the ground, sorry. So yeah, look, my prediction's anywhere between 12th and 16th. I can't see them playing finals. I still reckon their midfield's not good enough. They're just, especially at AFL level, you take Cripps out of Carlton's midfield, and that's the thing. As I said, you need guys like Petreski, Seaton, Paddy Dow, Lockie O'Brien, Darcy Lang, Matthew Kennedy. These guys really need to take the next step and really assist Cripps in the midfield, because you can't rely on Murphy either. He's a bit banged up and a bit old. So I reckon anywhere between 12th and 16th. However, I am a bit worried about the middle of the ground, and that is a bit of an area of concern for Carlton, especially in the Marsh Series games. You only have to look at the centre clearances stats against Brisbane to indicate to you that that's a department of the ground they need to work on, and they really need to yeah, they need to tidy up. But all in all, I still have optimism for the season. I still think they'll push some teams, but I can't. Their 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 brand doesn't stack up with the top teams yet. So yeah, anywhere between 12th and 16th, and um, I'm praying that those players take the next step, and that yeah, they can take the pressure off Cripps in the middle of the ground. Because yeah, that is a department of the ground they really struggle in. All right. Yeah. Obviously, I said what I think. I voiced my opinion on who arrived, and yeah. I really hope that as a Carlton fan that some of these guys can take the next step in season 2020, and I really hope that they can be more competitive in more games, that they can play more four quarter efforts, because yeah, that's obviously a must with Carlton. If effort's not there, you will see blowouts on the scoreboard. So um, yeah, that's my opinion on them. That's what I think they'll do in season 2020. Next time I'll review. I think I'll review Melbourne because they've got a lot of optimism for season 2020, and yeah, I hope everyone is staying safe in this coronavirus outbreak, and don't take too much notice of what people are saying in the media. Seek real statistics, and yeah, listen to general practitioners. All right. Yeah. Go Blues season 2020, and I hope we'll be able to, people in the AFL community, especially members of clubs like I am and things, will be able to attend games soon. All right. Catch you guys, and go Blues 2020.